Mm-hmm. And Angel Reese, right? They're going back and forth. And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Angel Reese had what many consider the perfect setup. With Caitlin Clark sidelined, all eyes were on her. A golden opportunity to step into the spotlight and prove she's the undeniable future of the WNBA. The stage was set, the moment was hers to seize. Yet, when the game was over, the box score told a different story. Just 4 points. Yes, only 4. For fans who have been anticipating a breakout performance, the stat line was baffling, almost disappointing. Social media buzzed with confusion and debate. How could such a big stage translate into such a quiet performance? Was it nerves, poor shot selection, the defensive pressure, or simply an off night at the worst possible time? Whatever the reason, instead of walking away with a career-defining moment, Reese left the court with fans scratching their heads and critics raising new questions about whether she's truly ready to carry the mantle as the WNBA's next big star.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU busted living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this.
Angel Reese entered the court with all the confidence and swagger of a superstar. Lashes done, nails sharp, hairstyle flawlessly, exuding the aura of someone ready to own the spotlight. But once the game tipped off, the dazzling appearance didn't translate into dominance on the stat sheet. While Caitlin Clark was out there breaking down defenses, weaving through double teams, and putting on a show of pure basketball brilliance, Reese's performance fell flat. Instead of rising to the challenge, it felt like she was more focused on the presentation than the production. The numbers told the story in cold, hard truth. 12 rebounds, but 0 offensive firepower. Not a single meaningful scoring contribution to match the hype that followed her into the arena. And in a league where critics are quick to separate stars from pretenders, the contrast couldn't have been more glaring. Reese may look the part, but until she backs it up with consistent offensive dominance, fans and analysts alike will continue to wonder, is Angel Reese really ready to carry the weight of superstar expectations? Or is she just playing dress-up on the biggest stage?
First of all, it's not right. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
Not right. You're on the Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own it.
Angel Reese comparing herself to Michael Jordan was a bold claim, one that instantly raised eyebrows across the basketball world. To invoke the name of the greatest of all time is to set an expectation of relentless dominance, clutch performances, and a legacy built on winning at the highest level. But right now, Reese is doing the exact opposite. She's showing fans just how far she is from living up to that comparison. Instead of carving out her Bayou Barbie takeover, she's struggling to deliver when the lights are brightest. Every missed opportunity, every quiet stat line only widens the gap between the player she claims to be and the player she's actually showing on the court. And if she doesn't flip the script soon, this won't be remembered as the rise of a generational superstar. Instead, it'll be mocked as a storyline straight out of a bad reality show, not the next Jordan, but the desperate housewives of the WNBA. A harsh reality, but one that Reese alone has the power to rewrite.
3-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive.
Michael Jordan built his legacy on dominance, consistency, and the refusal to back down when the game was on the line. He wasn't known for missing easy shots or disappearing when the lights were brightest. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is quickly realizing that the WNBA is an entirely different arena than college ball. This isn't about highlight reels from LSU flashy nails or viral clips on social media. It's about what you actually bring to the floor when the stakes are real. In the pros, personality doesn't win games. Production does. The league doesn't hand out respect for swagger alone. It has to be earned through scoring, playmaking, and defensive intensity that impacts the outcome of every possession. And right now, Angel isn't checking those boxes. Without consistent numbers or tangible contributions, she risks becoming less of a rising star and more of a body taking up space on the court. The WNBA has no patience for hype without results, and Reese is finding that out the hard way.
Yo, Reese, Park 38, let's get her!
Life throws her lemons. She makes bricks.
Bye!
PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man.
Bye!
I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan?
Bye!
Here's the stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops.
What?
Every minute Angel Reese spends on the court without real production only adds fuel to the scrutiny surrounding her young career. The question hanging in the air is simple, yet damning. Will Angel truly carve out a place for herself in the WNBA, or is she already slipping into the shadows of irrelevance? Each missed shot, each failed attempt, chips away at the confidence of her supporters, while giving critics more ammunition to question whether she belongs at this level. Yes, she's got the hype, the spotlight, and the brand power, but hype alone doesn't win games, and it certainly doesn't sustain a career. In the WNBA, numbers speak louder than any nickname or social media following, and so far, the numbers haven't been on her side. If this pattern continues, the narrative may take a darker turn, leaving Angel remembered not as the Bayou Barbie who took over the league, but as a cautionary tale. Someday, we could even see the title of an ESPN documentary flashing across screens. Angel Reese, the hype that never hit.
I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shit.
Once celebrated as the Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese embodied style, confidence, and star power. The kind of personality that drew headlines and crowds before she even stepped onto a WNBA court. But now, that glittering persona is colliding head-on with a harsh reality. The numbers simply don't back it up. What was once a story of unstoppable momentum is quickly shifting into a tale of underachievement, leaving fans stunned as they watch the glamorous exterior unravel under the weight of disappointing performances. The fall from grace feels sharper because Angel wasn't just another rookie. She was poised to become the face of the league. The next big thing. The athlete who would bridge fashion, culture, and basketball into one powerful brand. Yet the question looms larger with every game. Has she already squandered her chance? When compared to other WNBA stars who entered the league with lofty expectations, the difference becomes even more glaring. Those players didn't allow the noise, the hype, or the pressure to define them. They let their performance dictate their legacy. Angel, on the other hand, seems caught in a tug-of-war between image and impact. But even with all the criticism and negativity surrounding her, there's a deeper layer to this story. Something that could explain how Angel reached this crossroads. Whether it's the adjustment from college dominance to the grueling demands of professional basketball or personal struggles behind the scenes, there may be more to her decline than fans realize. The question now is whether she can confront those challenges and rewrite her narrative before it's too late.
A little bit more on that in just a second. But before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA issued a statement saying that it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, And do you think it will ever succeed?
Angel Reese's rebounding numbers may look impressive on paper, but rebounds alone don't win games, especially at the professional level. While her effort on the board shows grit and hustle, the glaring issue is her lack of offensive production, a weakness that rebounding simply can't cover up. The question many fans and analysts are beginning to ask is whether Angel is overcompensating for her offensive struggles by leaning too heavily into rebounding, almost as if piling up boards is enough to silence criticism. But in reality, the WNBA demands more than just one-dimensional play. When you look at the league's greatest stars, such as Diana Taurasi or Breanna Stewart, their impact goes far beyond a single stat. They strike a balance between offense and defense, scoring with consistency while still holding their ground on the other end of the court. Angel, by comparison, seems locked into one lane, dominating the glass, but failing to translate that effort into points or playmaking that can swing the momentum of a game. This might be part of the natural growing pains of transitioning from college stardom to the unforgiving grind of professional basketball, where the competition is tougher, the schemes are sharper, and the margin for error is razor thin. Still, if Angel wants to prove that she's more than just a role player, she must expand her game. Because while rebounding is valuable in the WNBA, it's only a piece of the puzzle, not the whole picture.